Hey guys, it's Punzoe back with another video. As usual, we're going to be reviewing a deck, and it's going to be Control Citron today. We're first going to go over the deck, play 5 games, and then review it and give a final score. Remember to stick around for the gameplay portion of this video, as we do get to play some crazy games. Now, this is the deck right here. Yep, that's the one. Now, before I get into the deck overview, I want to point out several things. First is that this deck already exists. I did not make it. I found it in the PvZ Heroes Discord channel while searching for some plant control decks to play. Credit goes to the Rexter for making this. The one change I made between this deck list and that one is that I removed the Dark Matter Dragonfruit and added in an extra Juggernaut instead. Now, the reason I did this is because when play testing the deck before this video, I found that oftentimes that games would end before or on turn 8. Because of that, you don't actually need all 4 copies of Dark Matter Dragonfruit. And in the games I play in this video, I think I don't even get to play Dragonfruit in any of my games because the deck can actually end games before you get to play it, or it just does fine without it. Now, the second disclaimer I want to make is about the name of the deck. After playing many games with the deck, I think the deck does not really function as a control deck, or at least as control-y as most control decks function. Now, I did not name the deck, someone else decided to call this a control deck. Now, control decks in the plant side of the game are almost non-existent. The only meta control deck I can think of for the plants is Mid-Rose, which I personally think is not a mid-range deck despite its name. The reason why control decks are not really a thing for plants is because of the nature of the game, and not because plants don't have good control cards. They actually do. Because plants have to play their minions and tricks in one turn, and zombies get to play their tricks right after, it's much harder for plants to control the board with tricks, especially when zombies can invalidate board control by cheating out zombies with teleport or by playing counter tricks. The ability to play tricks in one single phase after minion placement is what makes zombie control decks much more viable than plant variants, since being sure that you can play your tricks without disruption is pretty OP. Another thing to consider is environments. It's much easier for zombies to reap the benefits of playing environments because they get to play them later than plants. Meaning that they can more easily play one on top of a plant player's environment and screw with tempo a lot further. Also, zombie environments are way better than plant environments. That's generally why zombies have many available control decks and plants really only have one meta control deck, and the occasional Wall Knight, Rampant Heal, which I'll cover in a future video. Therefore, my advice when playing this deck is to play it like any other plant deck, which is 99% of the time aggro or tempo. This means playing on curve, controlling the board, and securing lethal plays when necessary. If I were to name this deck, I'd probably just call it a mid-range Citron, since that's what its playstyle is more akin to. Now that we've finally got what I wanted to say out of the way, let's get into the deck overview. First up is Galactic Cactus. We run 4 copies, no exception. I've said this in the past and I'll say it again. Galactic Cactus is probably the best card in the game. It's great in aggro, mid-range, and control. Galactic Cactus is a 1/Sun 2/2 with Bullseye that deals 1 damage to everything when it is destroyed. You can use this to trade, you can use this to deal face damage, you can use this to clear out imps against an infinity. The possibilities are literally endless. This card is valuable in the early, mid, and very late game because of its ability that does unblockable damage. If I were to nerf any card on the plant side, I'd for sure choose this one. Lima Pleurodon is a 1/Sun 2/2 with Amphibious that reads Dynoroar. Shuffle a Magic Beanstalk into your deck. Magic Beanstalk is a 1/Sun 4/4 that draws a card when played. Now, when I first searched this deck up and saw 4 copies of Lima Pleurodon, I was a bit skeptical. Because this is a control, not so control deck, you don't need 8 1-drops in one deck. By my calculations, you only need at most 6 1-Sun cards in any deck to expect a high chance, over 90% of starting a game with a 1-cost card, assuming you aggressively mulligan for it. However, after playing several games with this deck, I can confidently say that the inclusion of Lima Pleurodon is well justified. Having more of a fantastic 1-cost card in your deck really helps out with curving out, and Additionally, this is the one deck where you can really make use of Lima Pleurodon's secondary ability, which is usually not too significant in most other plant decks. The deck offers a lot of protection and can draw out games to late turns, meaning turn 8 and beyond, where drawing into magic beanstalks becomes more common. Therefore, this card is good as early as you can play it, since it reaps value the longer the game takes place. Onto the 2-cost cards, we have Corn Dog, which is a 2-sun 3/2 with Amphibious and Hunt. Corn Dog is very good for several reasons. It's amphibious, so it can be played in the water lane, and it trades very well into many 1 or 2 cost cards the zombie player plays because of Hunt. In addition, it's a very good counter to cards like Con Man, which Corn Dog trades very well into. Overall, Corn Dog is efficient because it can usually go 2 for 1 in trades, so we run 4 copies. We also have Juggernaut. Juggernaut is a 2-sun 2/2 with Bullseye that is also Armored 1. The Armored 1 really helps out here, since it can negate damage from low attack, high health cards like Dr. Spacetime for very favorable trades, and is generally immune to commonly played tricks like Bungee Plumber. You can trade with a net positive against high priority targets like Cheese Cutter and Con Man, or deal 2 unblockable damage to the face, which is also very good. We run 4 copies of this card. Now, something I want to bring up is why we don't run any copies of Triceratops in the deck. Triceratops is a 2-sun 1/3 with Bullseye that gains +1/+1 when the card is added to your hand. This is a very good effect that allows the card to see play in a lot of aggro and tempo decks. However, it does not make the cut for this one. Why? Well, one reason for this is due to the nature of the deck. Because this is a control deck, we are looking to control the board first, and then deal face damage second. Triceratops works in a different fashion. Because Triceratops starts off weak, it is usually better to play that card in an empty lane and let it grow, after many turns of negligence by the zombie player. However, this does not work out in Control Citron. Starting 1/3 stat line and effect is too slow for the purposes of this deck. Also, this deck has no space for this card, and adding in this card would ultimately mean taking out some better cards. This is why we avoid this card, and this is also the reason why Triceratops sees less play than Juggernaut, which is much more flexible, and is also the reason why Juggernaut is ranked higher than Triceratops in a lot of tier lists. Spikeweed Sector is a 2-cost environment that deals 2 damage to zombies on it before combat on its lane. This is the best environment for plants in the game. Now, this is a great card to play when trying to control the board, and can discourage the zombie player from playing zombies on the lane Spikeweed Sector is in. The way you want to use this card is to answer a zombie, but not to proactively play it, since it can easily be replaced by zombie environments. You may also want to hold onto this card in certain matchups like Huge Giganticus, where enemy environments are expected to be played. In those scenarios, you might want to counter the zombie player's environments with one of your own. Moving on to the mid-cost cards, we have Cool Bean. Cool Bean is a 3-sun 3/3 that freezes all gravestones when played. This effect is pretty good, and if you get to activate it, you can almost always guarantee a net positive trade on your part, making board control much more manageable against a lot of the more aggressive decks. I would go as far as to say that playing this card flips the outcome of games entirely when it works out. Now, being able to play this card against gravestones is not always possible, but playing this card on curve still gives a 3/3 in stats, which is still decent. We run 4 copies for the fact that it is a 3/3 with a devastating upside. Shamrocket is the plant's counterpart to Rocket Science. Shamrocket is a 3-sun trick that destroys a zombie with 4 more strength. This card is a very good removal card that can take care of really powerful Kingpin cards on the zombie's side. Examples of good targets include Supernova Gargantuar, Zombot Sharktronic Sub, and Mondo Brondo, among many others. These cards are cards that zombie players play to win the game. You can disrupt those game winners by destroying them with Shamrocket. Playing Shamrocket requires a bit of skill, however. You need to be able to discern when and where you're going to play this card. Sometimes holding onto it for a better trade is a good play. Other times, it's too greedy. What you do with the card should be a decision that you think about when considering things like board state, card advantage, and the type of deck you're playing against. we run 3 copies of this card. Snapdragon is a card used in almost every Smarty deck. It is a 4-sun 3/3 that deals 3 splash damage to zombies next door whenever it attacks. You run 4 copies because it has a really good effect. Because of this card, you will want to think about how you position cards throughout each and every game you play. You need to make space for Snapdragon's splash ability so that you can make the best use of it. This means playing cards in side lanes and generally leaving lanes 2, 3, and sometimes 4 open for Snapdragon positioning, with emphasis on lane 2 since that's generally the best place to play the card. This card is great for controlling the board, and it serves us really well in that transition to a late game. Next, we have Bird of Paradise, a 5-sun 4/5 card with amphibious that reads start of turn, conjure superpower. This card is one of my personal favorites because of its design. The ability synergizes well with dinosaur cards and is a pretty clever reference to how birds evolved from dinosaurs, or at least I think that's how the developers intended it to be. But moving on to the actual cards placed in the deck itself, Bird of Paradise is a card with decent stats that has a very good effect. Stat line paired with the amphibious ability at 5-sun makes it kind of a hassle for your opponent to remove with tricks. Therefore, you can actually see this card's effect activate several times after you play it on average. The effect gives you card advantage in the best kind of way, in the form of plant superpowers, which are cheap and can float into more card advantage or forms of board control. We run 3 copies of this card. Another high cost card we're featuring in this deck is Poppin' Poppies. Poppin' Poppies is a 6-sun 4/4 card with the effect make little buddies here next door. Little buddies are 0-sun 2 health cards that can heal your hero for 2 when played. This card is a very good defense option that has 2 different functions. The first is healing. If you play this card with maximal board space to boot, you can heal up to 6 health. This is good for stalling out against aggressive decks that aim to deal face damage with cards like Conman and Jester. The other function of this card is arguably the better one. By playing Little Buddies in front of your other plants, you effectively protect them for a turn, making your prospects at board control much more certain. Poppin' Poppies is the ultimate defense card, and is very good in this particular deck that aims to defend as well as it can attack the enemy. We run 3 copies of this card. And finally, we have Dark Matter Dragonfruit. This is our primary game ender card. Dark Matter Dragonfruit is a 8-sun 6/6 with a lot of effects. First, it has the amphibious trait, making it able to play in the water lane as a potential strategy. Second, it has splash damage 6, which means that it can deal 6 damage to zombies adjacent to the zombie across from Dragonfruit when it attacks. Third, it has the effect where it makes your opponent's tricks cost 6 more sun. This is by far Dark Matter Dragonfruit's best effect, as it allows you to essentially block out most, if not all of your opponent's tricks plays. The third effect essentially prevents your opponent from playing tricks for the rest of the game if Dark Matter Dragonfruit is not answered otherwise. This is a solid card that can finish up games by itself. We run 3 copies of it. Okay, so now that we've reviewed our cards, let's discuss our strategy. Like any other plant deck from the mulligan, you want to curve out as well as possible. You want a 1 cost and a 2 cost card to play in turns 1 and 2. Unlike other aggro and tempo decks, you can be more flexible with the opening hand you want, but it's generally a good idea to mulligan for lower cost cards to increase the chances of a better curve. You want to be aggressive on board in the early turns, meaning turns 1 to 3, and win board control. In the mid game, you want to play cards like Snapdragon, Shamrocket, and Poppin' Poppies to maintain board presence while playing your Birds of Paradise on turn 5 through 7 to accrue maximal value from the effects. On turn 8, which is the late game, you want to close out with Dark Matter Dragonfruit and win on that turn or shortly thereafter. If the game drags on past that, you can still maintain both board advantage and card advantage with the high cost plants of the deck. Alright, so now that we know our deck in and out, let's just get right into it. Alright, so let's get into our 5 matches for the day here. Season's about to end, so let's make this quick. Okay, up against the Super Brains. Alright. Save the Shamrocket for later. This is an alright hand against Super Brains. I'll trade that in. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna play this in the water lane. Having the cool bean against Super Brains is pretty good because the sneaky class has a lot of good gravestone effects. Nice. So let's just place this up here on the heights. Okay, he's gonna pass again. I'm not sure what this guy's playing right now. Oh, we got super lucky with this draw right here. If he plays grave here, then yeah. Well, I'm just gonna end up freezing it anyway. Now that he's played one. Okay, so it's that one. Alright, he's gonna block here. What superpower is he gonna get? Draw 2 cards. That's a really good one. Right now we have overwhelming board control, especially when we play this, it'll become really good. Yeah, so he passes. When played, draw a card. So we're going to draw a card here. Nice. And draw another card. We're going to have to protect this one. Yep, shuffle those magic beanstalks into the deck. Next turn we're going to play this, and then well, we haven't lost any health yet, so I'm going to hold off on that. Probably do a combination of this and this play plus whatever. Zombie does a bonus attack. Okay. Move a zombie, then it does a bonus attack. What? Why would you waste that? I mean, this guy can do whatever he wants. I think we got this game in the bag already. If he's gonna waste his tricks like that. Move a zombie gets +1. Where are you gonna move it to? Are you serious? Okay, he blocks. Hey, we are way far ahead here. Yeah. Depends on what he's going to do here, but yeah, I think I'll just play this. We're near lethal. If this is Pogo, then it's not Pogo. So I think we easily win this. Yeah, he concedes here. GG. Alright, 60 stars. That's what I like to see. Another match. Okay, against Huge Giganticus. Should be an alright matchup. We're not going to keep that. We're definitely not going to keep that. This is fine. Let's play this. It's gonna pass, so he doesn't have that reduce the cost of your cards in your hand by 1 superpower, which is nice. Dr. Space Time. I mean, we just block this using this, so we're still at a pretty good advantage here. Cool beans, that's what I like to see. Okay, so we're gonna save the cool beans. I guess we can, but he might have a superpower environment. So it's not a good. I don't think it's a good. Quite a good idea to yeah, play something there. Snap. Yeah, I mean, there's no way. You gotta think about Snapdragon positioning. It's actually, I think it's actually better to place the Snapdragon here so that it protects the Galactic Cactus, kind of. So I think we're gonna place the Cool Bean here, and we'll see if he plays an environment, which I'm hoping he does. Then we can replace it with this environment. Right. Okay. Gotcha. And what else is he going to play? Another environment. All right. So we got two different choices here. I think we'll let this environment stay up. It's not a very good environment for him. I think this one's, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. Both of them are pretty bad environments. Okay, Gravestone. Could be Pogo. I mean, let's just play this and find out. Real bounce and environment and all plants there. So which one is he going to bounce? The Cool Beans? Okay, that one. All right. And he's going to play that. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Doesn't pop the... That does not pop the Galactic Cactus, and Cool Bean blocks. Okay, he's just dishing out all these environments. We can easily counter everything. Oh, 2 Spikeweed sectors. This is really good for us. Another environment. I'm assuming it's the same thing. So I think for... Yeah, let's just go aggressive now since we can definitely afford to do it. This is just better. It's just better. Yeah, and then bounce an environment. Sure, go ahead. Okay, he's gonna bounce that one. Okay, cool. He's down to 6 health, which is nice. I like to see that, and we can definitely play the little buddies here. Yeah, let's just play the little buddies. Poppin' poppies. Alright, just heal up. Yep. Nice. When revealed, this can't be hurt this turn. Alright, fine. He's gonna use one of his teleports here. 2 of him. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, he's going full out conjure. That's super annoying. Okay, no more brains. Oh, he's just cycling through his entire deck. Jesus. Okay, block here. Let's just keep that. Alright, nice. He's down to 4 health. You can play this and then a Spikeweed sector. I think he does have an environment in his hand. Let's just force him to play. Which one is that again? It's the Evolutionary Leap one. No, he replaced that one, so doesn't quite matter anymore. Let's just do this. Yeah, plants can't be hurt this turn. Draw a card. And the next turn we can play the very broken Snapdragon. This guy's hanging on to his last life, I think. So transform a random zombie. So that's a 6 cost card. All zombies get +1 frenzy. Okay. Alright, cool. Another one. Don't tell me he has yet another one. Okay, no he does not. Yeah, there's the concede. He can't deal with that kind of board. Seems like a pretty good deck though. I'd like to try that sometime. So we're up 2 games. And we're on to our 3rd game now. Against the Smash. so corn dog, cool bean, cool bean. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's nice. Start off by playing this in the water lane. All right, so I think he hasn't played his. Okay, we can play this next. Ranchers cost 2 less. We gotta answer that. I mean, I hate that card so much. Just if you just don't happen to have like an answer for that, then they just play a Supernova Garg next turn, and then yeah, you can't win. Start of turn, all sports zombies gain +1/+1. I'm wondering if we should answer that. I think yeah. No, wait. Yeah. Yeah, we should definitely go ahead. Just place this here. Freeze all gravestones. Yeah, I should have saved the cool beans, but like playing the corn dog there would have been problematic. Since the corn dog just moves wherever it goes anyway, it's just better to play cool beans there. Oh, come on. Okay, let's just go ahead and use this then. Or no, we don't actually have to. We can just do this splash onto there. This will bounce. Maybe we should play that there, but you know. Yeah, actually, I think that was the wrong placement, but it's fine. It's whatever. Okay, Bird of Paradise. It's good. Gargantuars cost 2 less, and he's gonna play the goat. Annoying. Okay, but let's just go ahead and transform. But he'll just keep bouncing that. So I mean, but this is a high priority target. Okay, gets a freaking imp. Nice. Let's just do a bunch of damage to his face then. Goat's really annoying. I probably should have taken care of that last turn. That was a misplay on my part. Destroy a plant with 4 or less. Alright, cool. I mean, I would have saved that for next turn if I was him. We are running a bit low on cards. Okay, whenever plant trick is played, this gains +1/+1. Okay, cool. Unplayed, another zombie gets. Alright. I think we're just gonna place this here. And place that there so it trades into everything here. There's no way we're gonna be able to remove the goat at this point, so I don't think there's any use trying. And plus he's down to 9 health. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's okay, yeah. Oh, he's down to 2 health. Nice. And I'm hoping for a good superpower here. Nice. That's a pretty decent one. If your hero would get hurt, this gets so +1 instead. He's gonna buff the gladiator, I think. Yep. Wait, this just let's just draw first, I think. Yeah, that's the play. think the play actually is to... Yeah. It's to do this. Save this, actually. I want to bait him into doing something stupid. Yeah, okay, alright. So, we're safe this turn. Nice. So, if this go bounces, he buffs that. We can trick him into buffing. Yeah, we can trick him into buffing that one, and then we have an answer to that. Alright, cool. And then we can win. Okay, what superpower do we get? Nice, that's another good one. Starter tricks, okay. Is he gonna play the goat and buff the target we want? All sports zombies can't be hurt this turn. Okay, so he kind of plays around what we were trying to do. Yeah, so just do this for now. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Okay, nice. This is good. This is pretty good, yep. Alright, cool. That's gonna block that. When played, another zombie gets... Okay, yeah, now we can remove that. That's gonna move to this lane now, and I mean we can should save this. No, it doesn't matter. Let's just get rid of it while we can. I don't think he has anything really to answer. But I mean, yeah, I think we win here then. Yeah, we win. Alright, cool. Nice. So I made the right call with the Shamrocket play, I think. So that was a pretty good outplay, I'd say, by me. So on to our fourth match against another Smash. All right. Then okay, 1, 2, 2, 3. I think we just keep this hand. This is pretty good. Yeah, and just keep it. Cool Bean isn't really that good in this matchup, I think, because the only the gravestone Smash would play is it's probably the sumo. Okay, fine. Nice synergy here with the Juggernaut, depending on what he plays here. Okay, cool. Alright, so we get a lot of chip damage in. Cool, cool, cool. Another Cool Beans. Let's just play the Cool Beans. No, just no harm in it. Let's just play in Heights, actually. Now I'm getting a little bit worried because this guy hasn't played anything. Okay, a plant gets -2, -2. Alright. Down to 12 health. So I'd say we're chipping at him pretty well. Heal 4. We're fine. Let's just put on more pressure. Just keep on, yeah, just keep doing this. Just keep annoying him, yeah. Hopefully he doesn't block. Okay, he might block here. It's always a 2-3-3. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, nice. We got the counter here to whatever he might be playing. All sports zombies can't be hurt this turn. He doesn't have any important gravestones, I don't think. So, yeah, the best I think I can imagine is the sumo. Let's just do this. Beef ourselves up. Hey, another corn dog. Heal your hero for 6. Okay, so he was holding on to that. Do some pretty nice trades here. And pop it. Zombie gets +2/+2. I would have not played that there if I was him. Okay, we have 2 shamrockets, which is really nice. So we can just counter whatever. Yeah, so that moves there, which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. We just end up removing this. He's already played his 2 superpower tricks, so we don't have to worry about him doing anything funny here. Zombies here get +3. What? Why would you play that? I mean, that's just gonna bounce anyway. Okay, please 1 block here. All right, well, I mean, you can't win every time. Destroy a plant with 4 or less. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's just gonna bounce. I'm not sure. He really wants those pets, huh? Shamrocket's really nice here. Whatever. He might be playing a big minion. Okay. He really wants the bounce effect. I'm not. I have no clue why. I mean, the rooster. Rooster's not going to help. I think we can just remove that if we want. Let's just remove it. Actually, he with only 1 brain, he has no way to clear our board in this state. Yeah, let's just play this. Yeah, there's no good way. He wins here now. Destroy a plant with 2 or less. We still win. So I think that's our 4th game. Yeah, we're going to take it right there. Okay, 4th game. Now onto our 5th and final game. We've been doing pretty well with this deck, I'd say. Yeah. I think if we were playing a more aggressive deck, we would have lost like some of those games, but because this deck has a higher curve, it does better. Yeah. The Paradise Bird actually helped out a lot that 1 game. Yeah, against Smash, I think. All right. We're up against a Rust Bowl. Not a fan of this matchup, actually. I don't think this matchup is good for this deck. 1, 2. I'm tempted to keep the Bird of Paradise, but I know it's not going to be ideal. I mean, I think I'll be tempted to keep the Snapdragon in this particular matchup. Because, yeah. Just play that there. Does he have Rolling Stone? No Rolling Stones. Okay, Spikeweed Sector. That's a good one. Gain +1/+1 when you play a trick. Let's just answer that right away. He hasn't played a superpower yet, so I'm a little worried. Zombie gets... Okay, fine. Whatever. Okay, not a good hand. Maybe I should have been more aggressive with my mulligan. You know, let's just... No, that's not such a good idea. No, actually that is a good idea. That's gonna grow and become really annoying. Hunt, okay. And Rust Bolt doesn't have any good environments. He still has Black Hole though, so draw 2 cards. Alright. Fine by me. Okay, nice. We have 4 and then 5 and then 6. You get +3 this turn. Gain when another professional gets hurt. Okay, gotta be careful. I think I'm just gonna place. Yeah, that's just gonna bring that here. Make it a clean 3 shot if it hits here. If he can't remove it, I suspect he's still holding on. Is he holding on to his superpower? Yeah, he is. Space Cadet Zombie. Okay. Whatever. Zombie gets. Hey, you do whatever, dude. Oh, nice. We got this. We're gonna hold off on that though. We're just gonna. Bird of Paradise is a really good card. Next turn we can play the Poppin' Poppies. Conjure an Imp, Zombie, and a Gargantuar. Oh, he's not going to answer the Bird of Paradise, so we get a free superpower here. Nice. Block. Land. No, let's just save that. Blocks here. What's he going to get? Okay. We could get better. We definitely could get better things there. You know what, let's actually just protect this. This is so good. And yeah, let's just play another one. Alright. Because you're just gonna get so much value off of those. Okay, so he plays that. I suspected he had that superpower in his hand. It obviously wasn't the trick he got at the beginning of the game, since I think he would have played it a lot earlier against the Snapdragon. Alright, we just keep conjuring. Yeah, so they both. Oh man, this is really good. This one's pretty good too. Yeah, let's just draw here. Dino Roar. Yeah, why not do this? Yeah, protect the Bird of Paradise again. Store each plant with 2 or less. Okay, fine. Alright, we have another match. Oh, nice. Nice. We just keep drawing into them. Right there. And then we can move it. We have potential setup for lethal. When in an environment, play. Okay, destroy. Let's just draw. Draw this lane. Yeah, let's just do this. Yeah, let's just keep drawing. Alright, nice. And doesn't make any sense to play anything here, so yeah, I think we shuffled a lot of these Magic Beanstalks into our decks, so you can definitely expect to win either this turn or the next turn. We just have a bunch of 4/4s. We're just outvaluing this guy so hard right now, so. Draw 2 cards. Oh man, that's not going to help him. Zombie can't be hurt this turn. That does help him. That prevents him from dying. Okay, heal your hero for 6. Alright, cool. Alright. Oh, another magic beanstalk. Those just keep coming. He keeps healing, which is super annoying. Hey, come on, dude, stop healing. All zombies get wow, monster mash. He actually put that in his deck. That is amazing. Okay. We got a bunch of our removal tools here. We can just play this to get rid of that easy. I wonder what this could be. Probably Sumo, since he is playing a Hardy class. Maybe not though. He's also playing Crazy. Okay, you get +2/+2 when it destroys a plant. Yeah, let's just play this. Play that. Yeah, this is actually really good. This bullseye really helps. When this does damage, draw a card. Yeah, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Make a space cadet zombie. Okay. This guy just keeps stalling. I continue to have more card advantage than him because of the magic beanstalks. Alright, corn dog. All gargantuars have frenzy. We just remove that. Easy. This gets +1 for each brain you've made this turn. Wait, let's just remove that actually. Shit. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. We don't want him doing he doesn't have enough brains to do any funny business, but you know, just in case. Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's just do this. It's not like he can do much anyway, and then yeah, let's just do that for good measure. All right, another magic beanstalk. That's actually pretty lucky. Yeah, I could tell Rustbolt's nervous. Destroy a plant with 2 or less. Okay. It's 1 damage to now you're just on 1 health. Yeah, that removes that. Yeah, I protect myself, and that's a GG. We actually won all 5 games. That's actually crazy because anytime I'm not recording a video, like I lose some games, I win some games, but like when I start like recording my gameplay, it seems like I just keep winning for some reason. I mean, I think part of it is because like this is such a good deck. Like in all the games we play, we managed to control the board pretty well, have like a pretty sizable card advantage, even in the late game. Well, we didn't actually get to play this, which I was hoping to get to, which is, I mean, yeah, one of the reasons why I cut the 4th dragon fruit from the original deck list was because, you know, when I was like play testing this deck before this recording, I found that, you know, there weren't actually many games where you got to play this at all. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, that went really well. That went better than I expected. I expected to lose at least like 1 game there, but I mean, yeah, I guess that's it for the gameplay portion, and now let's get on to the deck review. Okay, so now that we've got a little taste of what the deck can do, it's time to review it. I'll be ranking it on 3 different categories: consistency, power, and defense. For consistency, I will give this deck a 5 out of 5 stars. In terms of curving out every turn, this is a decent deck. Where it really shines, however, is in card advantage. A lot of Temple Plant decks run out of steam by the late game since they're functionally made to win or lose before turn 8. However, because of value cards like Poppin' Poppies and Bird of Paradise, this deck does not fizzle out even past turn 10. This deck can accumulate lots of useful value with Bird of Paradise's superpowers and Lima Pleurodon's magic beanstalks. It can stick to the board very efficiently with cards like Spikeweed Sector and Poppin' Poppies. And this deck also shuts down hard-to-deal targets effectively with Snapdragon and Shamrocket. Overall, this deck is perfect in its ability to dish out damage and maintain control. This is a very surprising sleeper deck. For power, I'll give this deck a 4 out of 5. This deck is pretty powerful, however, it's not a burst deck or an aggro deck, so it can be outpaced by some of the faster control or combo decks like Zomblob. It is definitely slower than a lot of the plant aggro decks, and the deck itself is not designed in a way that would allow it to burst down your opponent suddenly. Its true power lies in the way it deals damage in an effective board controlling mid-range style. For defense, which is the ability to recover from falling behind, but also entails a general ability to defend, I'll have to give this deck a 5 out of 5. This deck is fantastic at sticking to the board, is great at recovering from bad situations, is just generally good at covering the weaknesses of most plant decks. Comebacks and complete game domination alike are very real things with this deck. Now, after going through all these assessments, I am going to give Control Citron a final ranking of 9 out of 10. It's just a solid deck. I won't repeat all the things I just said before, though I will say this. This deck is definitely a breath of fresh air and is fun to play. Now, that's going to be it for this video. Next time, I will be featuring Aggro Spadao. One thing I want to mention is that I'll be trying to upload twice a week. The main reason why this video took a long time to come out was because I spent 2 days of the week climbing back to Ultimate League, and also because I'm taking summer classes, and both of those ate up my time. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video, click that bell for notifications, and leave a like. Comment below for some suggestions for future videos and for some feedback. This is Punzway, signing off for now.